Debbie here with Debbie's Mindless Happy Place. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to be doing 8 fall wreaths. And with autumn approaching and temperatures getting cooler, it's time to start thinking about fall. So I hope that you enjoyed the video of all 8 wreaths. Today it's a short little overview of all 8 wreaths. I will be putting out a video that will show each wreath and its making in detail. So look forward to those videos coming out shortly. And if you enjoy the content of this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Also, please leave me a comment in the comments below and tell me which wreath was your favorite. Let's get to the video. For this wreath, we need 11 blue pipe cleaners and 11 orange pipe cleaners. I have 10-inch orange decamesh. I have 10-inch blue decamesh. I have my diamond art that will go in the middle. It says Be Thankful. I have 4 ribbons that are orange and plaid and blue and pumpkins. I'm going to cut them in half. I'm doing my woodland curl a little bit different than I usually do it. I like this way better because when you're done with your ribbon, then you're done. We're going to need 21 pieces of mesh. So I'm going to cut 11 and 11. I don't always know where I'm going to end up. So one's going to have 10 and one's going to have 11. So what we're going to do is simply take our ribbon. This is a 10 by 10 inches long. So I'm going to wrap it around there. And once I do that, that will make 20. So each one of my mesh sections is going to be 20 inches long. So I'm going to cut 10 of these, or 11 of these. I'm going to cut 11 of these. Now we're going to take our blue mesh. We're going to take our blue mesh and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut 11 that are 10 by 20. Next, I'm going to take my ribbons, and I've changed my mind. I'm going to use all 6 of my ribbons that I have of this style. I'm going to use all 6. So I'm going to cut 3, that will give me 18. I'm going to cut 3 of one kind and 4 of the other. 3 and 4. So of these pretty pumpkins, I'm going to cut 4. 1, I'm going to cut them 12 inches long. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one and put triangles on the end to make them look more finished. Just cut little triangles, fold them in half, and cut little triangles in the middle to make the ends prettier. I'm going to do that on both sides. And I'm going to do that to all the ribbon so that it looks like that. Next, we're going to do an orange one. We're going to put our scissors on the one end. We're going to make a little curl on this end. We're going to pinch it together in the middle. We're going to make a curl on the other end, curling it all the way under. Pinch it together to make our woodland curl, just like so. Then we're going to take our next ribbon. We're going to fold it over half. We're going to pinch it in the middle, make a V to the inside. And then we're going to take our orange pipe cleaner, put it in the middle, around our woodland curl. And we're going to attach it to the next inner part of the frame, the next section in the middle. We're going to make sure our ribbon is facing the inside, and we're going to twist it secure about 3 times and cut off the excess. And we're going to do that all the way around the middle. Now that we have one on every one of the sections on the inside, we're going to put one on either side in each section on the outside. So we're going to add 2 more to each section. So we have 12 more to do. This is my finished woodland curl fall wreath. This is becoming my favorite wreath. So it is the ruffle wreath with an extra twist. So we're using green mesh, orange mesh, and yellow mesh. That is 10 inches long. I got these little walnuts from the Dollar Tree. And we have our diamond art that we're going to put in the middle that says Hello Fall. We are cutting 11 sections 30 inches long of the green and 10 sections 30 inches long of the orange. Then we are taking the yellow and we're cutting 21 sections 12 inches long. We are then taking our pipe cleaners and cutting them into thirds. Then we're taking our wreath frame that has 7 sections and we're starting with 1 section. There's going to be 3 ruffles in each section for a total of 21 ruffles. To turn this upside down so the curl is in the back. Then we're going to curl it under just a little bit, start pinching it together in the middle. We're going to pinch it to the other side. We're going to curl that side under. We're going to make a beautiful curl. We're going to take one of our yellow and curl it and make a circle, make it loop, make a beautiful curl, put it in the middle, take an orange pipe cleaner. This one we're going to put on the 3rd wire of our wreath frame. On the 3rd wire. And we're going to secure it about 3 times. We're going to take our ruffle and loop it over so it overlaps. And there is 2. We got 1 more for this one. We're going to use our green, put it on the 2nd rung in. There'll be 2 on the 2nd rung in and 1 on the 3rd in the middle of each section. Overlap it, curl it over so that it folds over top of each other. And there you have 1 section. We're going to keep going until we're all done with the other 6th section. As you can see, it turned out so full and pretty. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our Hello Fall and put in the middle. This is my new favorite. It is the ruffle method with a twist. And I have my diamond art in the middle that says Hello Fall and my acorns from the Dollar Tree. I'm starting with a 14-inch wreath frame. I also have my ribbon. I have 7 colors that I'm going to be using on this wreath. I then have my 10-inch mesh. I have 3 different colors that I'm going to be using. I'm now going to cut my ribbon. I'm going to cut them in 12-inch strips. I'm cutting 7 of each color. Next, I'm going to be cutting triangles on the end of them just to make them a little bit more finished. And now I'm going to be cutting my mesh. I put all 3 colors together so I can cut 1 curl at a time. And I'm cutting them in 12-inch sections. So this way they just kind of go into a whole bundle. So I can just grab 3 at a time to make my curls. Then next I'm going to take my pipe cleaners. I'm going to fold them in half and cut them in the middle. I'm now ready to make my first curl. I'm going to start by rolling the 10-inch mesh. After I get my second piece rolled up, I'm going to crisscross it with my first piece. I'm going to do the same with the third. I'm going to roll it up, and then I'm going to crisscross it with the other two. I'm now going to grab my ribbon. I'm going to fold it in two, and I'm going to kind of pinch it in the middle and put it in, crisscross it with my bundle, and there is a bundle that is one curl. So then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner. I'm going to bunch them all up at the top and twist it about 3 times around to secure my bundle. Once I've done that, I'm going to turn my frame upside down and I'm going to attach it to the second and the third rung alternating. And I started out doing 7 of these in each section, but I ended up with 6 of these curls in each section. So a total of 42 curls. And there you have it. I have one section finished. I will continue all the way around the frame. It makes such a full wreath. Then I'm going to put my diamond art in the middle and attach it right in the center. I love how full this wreath is. So I'm going to attach that with some wire and attach it to the wreath frame. And there you have it. This wreath turns out so full. It's like the fullest wreath that style that I have found. And it turns out simply beautiful. Now we're going to do a Dollar Tree wreath. We're using this mesh that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's 6-inch mesh. I also have my diamond art that I did for the middle. And I have these 4 ribbons that I got at the Dollar Tree that I'm going to use to make a bow. I'm going to cut my pipe cleaners in thirds. And on this wreath, we're going to do what I call the butterfly flower. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of our mesh. We're going to cut each section of my wreath frame is going to have 9 butterfly flowers. So I'm cutting it in 12-inch sections. And for 9 for each section of my wreath. Now I'm going to make my butterfly flower. I'm overlapping the mesh by about 1 inch, then pressing it down and pinching it together in the middle from one side to the other. Then I'm taking one of my pipe cleaners, putting it in the middle, pushing everything up and twisting the bottom of my pipe cleaner. Then once we get 9 of them made, we will be attaching them to my wreath frame on the second and third rung of my wreath, alternating. And there I have 3 sections done. And now I got the rest of it done, and I put my diamond art in the middle and attached it with wire. And now I'm going to make my bow. I did forget to record me cutting my ribbon. I cut two 24-inch ribbon, and then the rest of the ribbon I did a shorter one, and I folded them in half. So now I'm going to take and alternate the colors of my ribbon and pinch them about 5 inches down. So there'll be a tail at the bottom and a loop at the top. Then I'm going to tie it with a pipe cleaner in the middle, tie it tight and secure. And once I have it secure, I'm going to start feathering the tails out at the bottom. I'm not so worried about the short ones as I am the long ones, just kind of spreading them out. And once I have shaped the bottom of my bow, then I will start with the loops at the top and fluffing them out and shaping bows at the top until I have it how I want it. And then with the two tails of the wire tie, the pipe cleaner that I used, I'm going to secure it to the wreath and put my bow at the top of my wreath. And secure it with the pipe cleaner to the wreath frame. And then finish shaping it like so. And there you have it, a beautiful Dollar Tree wreath. Going to do another curly method, but we're going to be using 6-inch deca mesh on this one, and that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'm using 3 different kinds of striped fall mesh. I also have my diamond art to put in the middle and my ribbons to use. And again, like always, I'm cutting 12-inch ribbon, and then I'm putting triangles in the end of it. Now I'm going to take my 3 different colors of deca mesh patterns and layer them all together so that I can cut them. This time I'm only going to be cutting them 6 inches a piece. So they're going to be little short sections this time of 6 inches a piece. Other than that, it's pretty much the same, although my ribbon I'm going to be doubling over to make it shorter whenever I do my curls. In it. I'm going to be cutting my pipe cleaners in half. Then I'm ready to start making my curls. I just make a curl just like on the other ones, only this is 6-inch mesh, so they're little bitty curls. Crisscross them together, all 3 of them crisscross. Then I'm doubling my ribbon in half and putting it crisscross across my curlies and pushing them all up to one end and twisting it around the bottom, the pipe cleaner. And that is my little curl. And then I'm attaching that to the frame on the second and third rung, alternating those. And again, we're going to be putting 9 in each section, and it goes together really quickly. I like that it's done once you get the curls on there. So that's one section, and this is what it looks like when it's finished. Now we're going to make a bumblebee wreath, and we're going to be using the curly method, and we're going to use this yellow with the black stripes, and this black. I have these ribbons that I'm going to be using on it, and I have this frame with 6 sections, and we're going to be using the curly method. We're going to be doing 8 curls in each section. And since I had to use a little bit of this, on my last wreath, I'm going to supplement it by alternating a little bit extra of the yellow. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut my mesh, and I'm simply going to overlay it. And I usually do 6, but I haven't been liking how little that is. So I think on this one, I'm going to use 9-inch, cut it in 9-inch sections. And I'm going to kind of just like lay it over so that each one I'll be making. All right, so to start, we're going to do 9-inch sections. Next, I'm going to cut my ribbon. I have gnomes. I'm going to cut these 12 inches long. My pipe cleaners, I am using yellow ones, and I cut them in half. Take another bundle. Take them apart. Wrap them up into balls, into circles. Crisscross them like so. Take your next ribbon, put it in the middle, put your pipe cleaner across all of it, grab it in the back, push everything up, forward, secure it in the back. 1, 2, 3. Tie it to your wreath on the second one in next to the outside. And there you have one section. I have 5 more to go. And there you have it. I think it turned out beautiful. I love how it turned out. Got these little ornaments at the Dollar Tree, and I'm using 10-inch Deca mesh and these 6 ribbons. And we're going to make a ruffle wreath with ribbon. So what I did is I cut my ribbon 12 inches and made the little triangles on the end. I have them all prepped right here. As you can see, pretty fall colors. I did 21 rolls of the gray and 30-inch sections of the orange and the green. for the ruffles. I strung the little bitty ornaments onto my pipe cleaners so that they're ready to go. I was short just a few, but I'm just going to put them in there. So we're going to make a ruffle. So we're going to lay it out, our 30-inch long green mesh, and we'll fold over the very end of the end and 3-inch it together in the middle to the other side and fold over the very end of that one to make a ruffle. Then we'll take our tan color and we will roll it into a round cylinder and put in the middle. And we will add one of our ribbons that we already cut. And we put our pipe cleaner around the middle and secure it by twisting about 3 times with our little ornament in the middle. And once we've done all of that, we will spread our ruffle out and put it onto our wreath frame. And we're going to put 3 on each section of our wreath frame. We have 7 sections on our frame. And we will alternate green and orange and green and orange. So, and 3 in each section. There is one section all done, all pretty. And there is the whole wreath that is finished. We'll put our diamond art in the middle, and it's just as pretty as it can be. On this wreath, I'm going to do a woodland curl. And so I'm just going to make my strips 10 by 20 lengths long. And once we're done with that, we're going to cut 6 different ribbons. We're going to cut 3 of each. One, and then we're going to cut these together on the ends to make a little triangle so that they're finished on the end, just like that on both ends. So now we're going to make each curl. And we're just going to take and curl the one side around just a little bit and clip it. Then we're going to curl this side under and around a little bit, and then we're going to pinch it in the middle till we get to the other side. And then once we get that part done, we're going to flip it over. We're going to take our ribbon, fold it in half, and pinch it in the middle. Put it in the middle of our, take our pipe cleaner, twirl it around, and then connect it to the outer 2 rungs of our wreath. So since my wreath had 7 sections instead of 6, it took 21 of my woodland curls to do it, and I think it turned out very pretty. I can't wait to show you once I get the jewel artwork in the middle. And you saw how beautiful all these wreaths were with all their fall colors. And so with that being said, I will see you on the next video.